Hello, hello. How are you all? Happy Friday. I hope it is or has been a good day for you. I'm very happy to see you. Pinky, congratulations on being first, my darling. Welcome in. Thank you for collecting your daily blanket. Meg, welcome in as well. 71, 52. Pinky, thank you so much for the resub for 7 whole months. I hope you continue to enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes. We very nearly have a Twitch baby. Better start thinking about what we'll name it. Um, and Megs, welcome in. Thank you for collecting your daily blanket spoon. It's good to see you almost to double digits in the blanket category. Good for you. Badger, welcome in as well. Double two blankets. Love it for you. But yeah, happy Friday. I hope it's a good day. Uh, this is another kind of serious game, but we're following it up with like a softer game, I think. But it's also short. We have two games today that are supposed to be quite short because we're starting with Brukel, which is a game based off of the memories of the developer's grandmother from her time in Belgium during World War II. So that's what Brukel is based off of. So, little content warning, there's going to be a gun visible. There will be at least one jump scare. And there may be depictions of alcohol abuse. If any of that is triggering to you, be aware. This game is Brukel is supposed to be about a 1.5 hour playthrough. So very short. And then afterwards, I figure we'll play A Bird's Story, which takes place between To the Moon and Finding Paradise, both of which we played 2 weeks ago. I've kind of been playing Freebird games out of order, but that one is also only supposed to be an hour-ish playthrough. So we have two short games for a double feature stream. To show and stuff. But yeah, so Brukel is very history. I've been trying to figure out how to fit this because it was supposed to be such a quick playthrough. I was like, it's not really full length stream material, and I was tempted to like just play it on my own. But then I was like, but this could be a cool one to play on stream. Because it includes like voiceover and stuff from the grandmother who was interviewed that this game is based off of. This takes place in Belgium during World War II. There will be soldiers. There will be, some very interesting things. This game is often considered in the same category as Gone Home, Silent Hill, and This War of Mine. If you're familiar with any of those games, this game kind of falls in the same genre category. It's got a little bit of a psychological horror element to it. So, just letting everybody know what we're getting into. If you're not into that, come back in about an hour and a half, and we'll be moving into A Bird's Story, which will be a lot lighter game-wise. Because I figured it'd be nice to end on a, softer note. But yeah. So that's the plan for today. How are you all? How has your week been? What are your plans for the weekend? If you feel like sharing, I'd love to hear about it. I just made myself some green tea. I'm starting to feel that afternoon a little bit. So it's time for a cup of tea. So I have a cup of tea in my Spill the Tea mug that I got at the thrift store a week or so ago. I think it was last week. Um, yeah. All right. We'll see how this game goes. You love it? I love it. I love that you love it. All right. So I'm going to move us over to gameplay. And if you didn't see, we do have Leo napping in the background. He's taking his afternoon siesta. So we start out like this. I'm supposed to adjust to the point that the face of the character in the doorway is barely visible. You need to unfold your legs. You've been sitting on them. Ooh, don't let them fall asleep. Pins and needles. Yeah, I'm supposed to adjust this to the point that I can barely see the face. So I did so. Because they want to jump scare me. I don't typically play horror games on here. Beacon Pines was a little bit of an exception and was still fundamentally cute. This is not fundamentally cute. But it is history. And honestly, we don't have enough games that actually like deal with the normal person in history. We have a lot of games that deal with like the life of soldiers during history, but not so much that deals with the everyday people. So I've been looking and searching, and if you ever find one, send it my way. Let me know about it, because I would love to play. All right. Giel, Belgium, 2016. Hold on. No! I don't want to do that. I just want to make sure that my game audio is good. Not looking to skip, just looking for game audio. All right, this will work. Let me know if the game is too quiet at any point and I can adjust. But otherwise, we will get going. When you play horror games, you always do maximum on that side. Oh, like you make them super visible? Or you make them not visible at all? Like, which way are you thinking? I followed instructions, okay? I followed instructions. That's my personality. I was given a directive and I followed it. Because it did not fundamentally counter my morals or something like that. You don't like the darkness. That's fair. That's fair. All right. We're doing the intro here. Let me know if the game is too quiet at any point. Oh my gosh, are we trespassing? I think we're trespassing. Yeah, we're trespassing.
Yeah, that's me, climbing over barbed wire. I'm really not supposed to be here, but I just couldn't stay away. You see that house there in the distance, that old farmhouse? They call it Brukel.
Brukel, not Brukel. Brukel. Turn it up a little.
It's where my grandmother grew up. Sure, that was a
Hi,
long time ago
Rune.
and the world has changed so much since then, but that farmhouse, it pretty much stayed the same. It was left behind, abandoned. Now, I really don't know any more details, but I do know a lot of its stories. My grandmother made sure I did. Tales of a time gone by that absolutely fascinated me all my life. So much even that this summer, I decided to visit the old place. To take some pictures. Who knows, maybe I could bring some of my grandmother's memories back to life.
New game. It's a pretty simple point and click kind of adventure. Um, The fact that they're giving me a control for crouch makes me nervous.
Good thing that front door was unlocked. Let's take some pictures.
All right, we gotta take pictures. Find the items in this list. Open them for more information. Once you find an item, take a picture with the camera. All right, the stove with drawers. If your picture matches an item on the list and frames it correctly, the picture will be added to it and its interview audio will play.
En dat is dan gelijk wel een noemen, hè, een cuisinieren.
And in
Dat is echt zo'n stoof, daar je moet mee koken, hè. Want veel werp geeft hij niet af. Die schoon, wel, dat kon er van alles zitten, dat moest warm blijven. Ik zou zeggen, dat eet dat kaart en zeg, dat zit erin en dan van het warmen. Hier heb je een microgolf, maar toen was dat al gewoon niet, hè. Maar we geven het ook warm.
I found the stove with the drawers in the living room. They used to call it a cuisinière, which is the French for cook. I listened to the audio files and it seems that the drawers were used to keep food warm. Yes, it's in Belgium. Yeah. You found your first item, so more items have been added. Read them by opening your cell phone's list. Okay. Master bedroom, bathroom, laundry, grandfather, farmhouse painting, large family, Bertha, lack of electricity, Louvain stove, tough childhood, bacon pit, bicycle, toys, cook. Yeah, so the audios are in, of course, I almost said Belgish, and I know better. Because I know Belgium, I think Belgium speaks both Dutch and French. It depends on what part of Belgium you live, that which one's primary, but it's a bilingual, well, it's multilingual, but I mean, they've got two main languages in the country, and it's Dutch and French, I believe. And I believe she was speaking Dutch. Giel, Belgium. Which is in the northern half. Like it's northern, it's not too far from the border with the Netherlands is where Giel is. If you didn't know. We've got a bicycle over here. That I can't see. Can we turn on flash?
Ik altijd mee hoor en zo. En ik zei tegen onze paps, zeg maar, dan zou ik toch ook wel eens een velo willen. Dan ken ik nog geen velo. Hoor ik toen 16, 17 jaar zeker. Ja, nee, je krijgt een velo. Als het gedaan is mee hoor. Zullen we wel zien. Allee, ik heb met onze paps dan een velo kopen. Dan word ik blij, dat zeker.
Oh, that's really cute. So, if you missed the audio, basically, she would collect hay for her father and stuff. And one day she was 16 or 17 and basically said, hey dad, I don't have a bike and I'd really, really like one. And he's like, okay, you can have a bike. And so they went and got her a bike. Uh, Isn't that cute? I'll try to summarize the bit because I don't want to interrupt the audio, but I'll summarize what the audio clips are about. Because like I don't want to interrupt them.
Looks like the electricity is still working.
Oh, hey, I was able to turn on a light. I'd love to visit.
Dark in here. I should turn on some lights.
I turned on a light. All right, which door are we going through? 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess 4. We have 4 doors that I see. Ooh, maybe. That's a good point.
I don't know about that one.
De taloren op de schaar en dat was de dingen bij de boeren. Schoon taloren, dat was schoon op.
Wait, play that
De
again.
taloren op de schaar en dat was de dingen bij de boeren.
Oh.
Schoon taloren, dat was schoon op.
So it was really common among the farmers during this time period and when she lived here that they would have like their prettiest plates would sit up on the mantle. So here we have deft blue plates. I found a bunch of plates with blue artwork on it. I think the city of Delft in the Netherlands is famous for this kind of pottery. The one with the basket is my favorite. I like the middle one the best, personally. With the flowers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 rooms. Which one are we going to? Actually, we might have 5. Oh, hey, radio. Maybe...
Oh, that's a cool radio. Maybe I should just take it with me.
rolling a d4. I could do that. Random number generator. 1 through 4. 3 it is. So we went 1, 2, 3. That means this is our next... Oh, wait. There's a picture.
Ik ben geboren op de hoeve de Brukel.
Jullie
kent is dat, de Brukel. Als je zegt, oh die van de Brukel. Ja, dat horen wel. Ah ja, 1925 ben ik daar geboren.
So the grandmother was saying that she was...
The sun's under already. I need more pictures though.
The grandmother was saying like she was born in the farmhouse in Brukel and it was very well known. The farmhouse dates back to like before the 1300s and it was originally inhabited by monks. And so it was a very well-known farmhouse. And so there's like a painting on the wall of it. We have lost light. And now we're going into this room.
Was that the wind or did somebody just shut that door?
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe take another picture. I don't know.
I'm just trying to get a look at what I... Let the haunt begin. Oh, this is why I don't usually play horror games. Oh god. Where's a freaking light switch? That's something. Okay, I found a light switch. I found a light switch. Fresh, welcome in. Thanks for collecting your daily blanket. Is this a light? What is this? Oh great, I closed the door on myself. That's lovely. Alright, what all do we have in here? Now I'm wishing I really had, like, put it up. Thank you for the lurk, Fresh. That looks like blood, kind of.
I don't know.
En Stan noemden ze dat je mee boterde. Dat was zo
Make
aan
butter.
de altijd rond
You
in
had to
de straat.
turn
De Stan.
on. Okay, so this is a butter stand. So it's like what we would call like a butter churn, big barrel with a handle they used to make butter. Let's see. Never do horror alone. That's true. That's true. If I'm gonna play a horror game, I'd rather play it on stream so I can share the experience with all of you. Oh hey, there's stairs to the attic. Because that's not going to... I mean, granted, this is all like psychological horror rather than I'm gonna get shanked or murdered horror. But still, I usually don't play scary games. I don't think there was anything else in here. Why is it so dark? Oh, there's also a basement. I'm not ready for the attic and basement. Let's check something else out. I need to check something. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. Bad things happen in attics and basements, period. Always. It's always the attics and basements. So we're going to try a different room first. I know, it's very, very dark. I can't see. Can I adjust settings here? Epic, epic, epic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do. I'm gonna turn up the gamma. I know it's kind of like cheating out the jump scares, but I literally can't see anything. Alright, there we go. Now I can at least see where the doors are. Oh, that one's locked. Okay, door 1 is locked. Like, I literally could not see the doors, and that's no good. That's no good to me. I can always turn it down again later.
En toen was hij naar de bij ons komen wonen, is een
He
mens
was a
van,
man of...
ja, chef, 40 jaar. En dat waren heel erg mensen, hè. En onze pap zat daar horen zeggen. En dan zei ik, zou ik die wel kunnen gebruiken bij mij?
So she was talking about this picture is of a farmhand named Jeff K. Let's see. Yeah, and I get it. They're trying to scare you and everything. And I get using darkness because you're trying to scare them and put you in suspense and whatnot. But it's like, if I can't even play the game, it's like, it doesn't help. But thankfully I could turn it up, so...
I don't know.
Alright, one more door.
Yeah, maybe take another picture.
This door's already slightly opened. Not the creepy doll.
It looks like squatters have been living here or something.
Pretty cool fireplace.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Dan denk ik de Bert als dikkel. Dat is juist als op pap, zeg. De Bert. Dat was ook zo'n ferme zwetten, hè. Als hij 80 jaar was, hè, dan had hij nog haar. Dan was dat mogelijk.
So the grandmother was saying that the developer's brother looks a lot like her dad. See, I did not see any fancy old clothing in the house, but this gorgeous antique wardrobe would work just as well to tell the story of how Gran's dad used to groom himself. I wonder if my brother will laugh at the reference when he hears the audio I have for it. I have like... Why is the phone at 29% battery? Mm.
Yeah, maybe take another picture.
Always the trope running out of battery power, right?
En dan dat met die schaar, dat hing tegen de muur, zo'n klok, hè, maar dan zo van die katten, wat noemen ze die? Een Westminster zeker, was dat? Of veel mensen hadden zo'n klokken, wel hadden die ook.
Okay, so Grandma was talking about how, like, near the fireplace mantle here, there was a Westminster clock. And it was very common to have one, and they also had one. I found an old Westminster clock in the house. This is another object that I would expect to either be stolen or removed when they moved out of the house. What is going on here? Let's see. Yeah, why don't they remember to charge their mobile phones before going into scary situations? Because they don't know it's going to be a scary situation, is my guess.
I don't know about that one. It's a radiator.
It's a radiator.
Dat was een schoonkamer. En
It was
daar
our
stond
fancy
bij
room, and
onze
there
stoel,
stood a
hè,
Louvain
daar op de
stove.
grond zitten. Zo'n langwerpige met een pot en dat je voeten kan opzetten. Maar de Leuvense die kan echt een plets verwermen, hè. Maar dat geen chafazel.
Yeah, so the Louvain stove, this was the source of heat, and so you could even like put your feet on it or whatnot to warm up. Yeah, I do too. I don't know what's going on here, but there is actually still a Louvain stove in this house, even though Gran mentioned her brother took it. It does have an amazing shape. What an interesting object. Dolls in horror games are always creepy. I'm sorry, but they are.
Dat was gewoon papa, dat was maar
Fancy dolls. They were there nice.
Ja, wel nemen we dat nog heel serieus, hè. Toen lagen we zo'n winkels niet van spelgoed, zeg. We hadden niet veel tijd voor te spelen, want we moesten werken, hè. We waren de oudste en de grootste. Ik en als Bertha deed feitelijk die boerderij daar. Ik de keuken, altijd koken en eten maken. En zij de was, de strijk, al dat ik kwam bij zich. Maar alle dagen voor 12 man, hè.
So the grandmother was saying here that they would have she and her sister each had a very fancy doll, but they were not to be played with. They were only there to be looked at and admired, and that they didn't really have much time for play growing up. That they were raised very seriously as pretty serious. Sorry, there we go. So it seems that they had a bunch of dolls in the Brukel farmhouse, but they were not meant to play with. They were just there to dress up their fanciest room of the house. Honestly, I find them just creepy as heck. Honestly, a little bit same. I suppose it's now time to go up the stairs. Oh, wait. Let's take a picture of this just in case.
in die hoek stond
Aha.
een glazen kast. Dat was zo'n drawa. En daar stond een glazen kast in.
En wat stond erin?
Ook schoon dingen. Glaswerk, servies, koffieservies, eetservies. Daar genoeg niet aankwam, hè.
So this glass corner cabinet, the grandmother was saying that it. Oh my gosh! Why did my battery power just go from 29 to 11%? That is not okay. Battery power doesn't just do that. And it was filled with like things that they didn't really use, like glassware, china, you know, the fanciest objects.
Wow, that was a lot of useful stuff still in here.
We still have the master bedroom, the bathroom, and the laundry. Also pictures. I think we're like half-ish back. Get that phone checked at an ice match ASAP, right? Right? All right, I guess we're going upstairs. Ah! There's seriously a step.
Yeah, maybe take another picture. I don't know. Well, this is the grungiest recliner lazy boy I ever seen.
I guess there's not really anything up here. Oh, wait. Callie, welcome in. Thank you for collecting your daily blanket. How you doing, lovely? All right, there's nothing really up here. So I guess the inevitable has come. Upstairs or downstairs. Like double checking, looking for any pictures or anything that I missed. There's the one room that's locked. I don't know where the key is for that. Fighting allergies and sinuses? Oof. And that one's locked, so I guess we're upstairs or downstairs, chat. Where are we going? Downstairs or upstairs?
Oh, look, it's a coffee grinder. I used to play with one of these when I was a kid. Yeah, maybe take another picture. Yeah, maybe take another picture.
I feel like this is supposed to be the laundry room, and I just didn't have a good picture, maybe?
I don't know about that one.
Maybe not. Upstairs, do it for the vine. I don't know the reference, but I will go upstairs. And I guess there's a this way too? Nope, that one's locked. Wait a minute.
I need to take more pictures before I can head out.
Oh, okay. I was like, am I locked in? Kind of. Alright, I think we found the picture of Grandma's sister.
En dat was Bertha, dat was echt een moeder voor de kinderen. Hè? Dat is echt zo. Maar dat was een film. Oh. En dat was geen koopsel, hè? Een bekwame vrouw. Als er iets was, dan zei onze vrouw altijd, daar moet dan vragen ze. Als Bertha die regelt dat hier.
Grandma was saying that her sister had died quite young, but she was beautiful, but also like she wasn't an airhead. She was a competent woman that, you know, if something was happening, you know, her dad even was like, "Oh yeah, Bertha will know how to handle this." When Gran's mother died far too young, her eldest but still teenage sister, Bertha, took over most of the household tasks while their father worked in the field.
That should do it. Let's get out of here and make do with what I have.
No, I need everything. According to Gran, Bertha saved the family on more than one occasion. I'm not done. I haven't looked at everything. I don't know that that's how that works. I don't know if I get to come back.
Maar wel, hadden twee paarden, hè. Een loper ook, hè. En een schone. Zeg, daar reken ik mee, hè. Lopen, hè. Van de Brukel, toch helemaal wel, hè.
Brukel?
Zo heel ronde, denk ik. En als Bertha zei altijd als Pie, hè. Die verongelukt die met die Pier. Die had altijd schrik. Maar dat Piet, die kennen mentaal, ik weet niet wat.
So B was saying that they used to have horses and stuff. And that B would ride it and would ride fast. And her sister was always like, she's going to get in an accident one of these days. But B was like, nope, that horse and we understood each other.
With any luck, I'm gonna complete my entire list.
Yeah, we are going to complete the entire list. We're not leaving until I get all of it.
Ja, Ray, gewoon op de pispot en 's morgens in de wc gaan kappen, baden. Want de wc was baden. Dat was wel zo een ferme pot, zo. Nou ja, ze waren wel er een stuk of 3, hè, 4. Dat moest wel. Voor hen is dat nou aardig, hè. Mega was allemaal normaal, hè.
So this is about the chamber pot and stuff. Yeah. But they didn't have an interior bathroom or toilet, so they used these pots. They would then pour into the toilet outside.
Even though the house is filled with these crosses, I'm pretty sure they had a lot more back in the days.
Ah, dat was een wasvat met een trouw, hè. De eerste die er woorden, hè. Er worden nog geen hele trekken, hè. En als Bertha ging de was altijd ophangen, hè. Maar alle betrokken denk ik ook natuurlijk. Maar ik zeg het, dat hadden wel een rapsel toen er een trekker was. Ja, hoe een verlossing was dat voor ons. Dat is zoveel volk.
So they had a washing barrel with a handle and stuff. So it's like a slightly like the in between like the hand washing with the scrub board and the electric. Must have taken hours to wash your clothes with this. Let's see.
I think that's Saint Dimpna. Yeah, if I remember correctly, she's the reason why the people of Hill would take in the mentally ill and care for them. Just wish I had some audio of my grandmother talking about that.
Okay. That one's locked. That one's also locked. The heck? I guess we're going downstairs now. I left that open, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. And now it's locked. It wasn't locked before. It wasn't locked before. I left it open. Now it's closed and locked.
Er staan net melkmachines stonden daarop. Dat was allemaal op die moos.
En waar is een mos?
Een moos? Dat is een plesmos, dat noemden ze de moos. Dat was toen zo'n naam, de moos.
I found this peculiar red contraption that seems to meet Gran's description of the milk machine. It looks gorgeous, but I have no idea how it worked. Shame Gran did not explain it a little better in the audio excerpt that I have. Well, that's like, right? I'm like, it wasn't locked and now it is locked and... I left that door open. I know I did. Oh my god, wait. The door closed behind me. No. Why did I do this? Because of history. Oh, geez. Now that door's open. That was not open before. That was locked.
Whoa. Isn't that door supposed to be locked?
Yeah, it was. It was locked. And that one closed behind me. And... deep breaths. None of this is real. None of this is real. None of this is real. I apologize ahead of time for when I get jump scared. Chapter 2, An Incredible Sight. Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, okay. This is fine. Oh, that's locked.
Huh, that water pump looks exactly like the one that we had at my parents' house.
Well, I got an achievement. Take a picture long after Bob wanted to go home. I'm not the only one who finds the ceiling spooky, right? Like, that's not a normal shadow. Are they plant of some kind?
En vanmorgen zijn we door aan het melken in ons werk naar de koe. Waar dat was, like 7 uur. En dan die van een kolonie, hè, de naaste, die moest altijd helpen het melken dragen. En die zei zo in één keer, na ze eten zien ze zitten. We komen allemaal.
What year was that? I don't remember recording that.
Oh, God. And my phone's not working.
Melken dragen, melken dragen, melken. Na ze eten zien ze.
Hold on. Yeah, turning up the gamma all the way did not help me much.
Melken dragen, melken dragen, melken. Na ze eten zien ze. Melken dragen, melken dragen, melken. Na ze eten zien ze. We komen allemaal Duitsen uit de kolonie.
Oh shit. There's someone there.
I know, I've got the brightness turned up so it's like slightly less scary.
Whoa! Get out of here. Who's that? Hello?
There. No, it's not quite so overexposed.
This can't be good.
En wel zaten op die wei in de grote schakelder, maar die was maar een meter breed. Zo feitelijk de gerecht weer met zo zaad op en wat rustig gras. En omdat je thuis niet durft blijven, hè. Want, zijn we toen als schuur in brand geschoten.
Wait. Why am I
Dan
tiny?
komen we bij ons stallen gevlogen, hè.
Uh-oh.
Een Duts of 10, dat we dan niet vragen hoe je verschiet. En ene pakte mij met mijn armen en die zei, kom eens ik met.
Hi, Gold Dust. Welcome in.
Ik moest met hem meegaan, hè. En dan zei ik, kartoffel en
Thanks for collecting your daily blanket, lovely.
Wist ik niet wat dat was, hè. En dat was Johan. Maar kartoffels, dat wist ik, dat worden pataten. Zwiebels uit de kartoffel. De Johan kussen en bakken het met de kartoffels. Voor 12 man. Voor 12 man. Ja, ik pakte die, hè. En de pan goed vol.
Why am I tiny? I'm doing pretty good. Slightly out of my comfort zone with a psychological horror game. I'm glad you're... How are you? Yeah, how are you? Yeah, it's called Brukel. And it's based on the developer's grandmother's experience in World War II Belgium.
Moest ik ze op tafel zetten. Wat zie ik? Ik zie dat ik maar hier een soldaat heb. En dat was die dat je zei, hè.
Yeah, the voice...
Die helemaal op. Alleen. Zeg, kun je dat aannemen? Dat is echt gebeurd, hè.
The voiceover are actually from the grandmother in question. Like, it's not a voice actor, it's the actual grandmother. Why am I tiny? Wait. Oh, I was crouching. That's why. That was my bad. That one's still locked. Oh, we dropped a potato. It's locked. Locked. Oh. I guess we're going out the front door.
Let's get out of here. What the?
Except it's no longer the front door.
Oh, this can't be good.
Dan was het weer stil, hè. En dan gaat dus echt direct dat open, want je krijgt echt gaas binnen, hè. En we hadden een nieuwe water en douches, hè, voor zo'n water als een mond te doen, hè. Voor verse lucht.
Yeah, we are playing as her grandson who traveled to Belgium to visit this farmhouse that his grandmother grew up in.
En ik trek de deur open, hè. Zag ik kakkie-kostuums. En hij zegt, zeg, de Engelsen zitten bij de groenen in de kant. Geen wil ze eens de tos zijn justie. Het zijn het Engelsen. Ik heb het goed gezien, alle kakkie-kostuums. Ja, ze. Maakt dat gerust, zei ze. En doet de deur terug dicht.
Oh, one of my best friends would hate this. She's got a phobia of dolls. Always the dolls. Ah, there's another one. Well, they're gone.
We zaten 5 minuten erin. Ging de deur open.
Oh, what the?
De Engelsen. 2 Engelsen en nog een ander. En die Engelsen, hè, die smeerden chocolade.
They threw in chocolate?
Okay. This is not real. This is not real.
Ah, probably.
En ik weet nog goed, we waren aan het melken hè, en 3 Engelsen. Joseph, Cyril en Paddy. Vergeet het nooit. Dat was dan de nacht, hè, waren die al bij ons. Dus zaterdagsmorgens waren ze nog. En Joseph ging mee melken. Een Engelsman, hè. En die brachten van alles binnen. Bloem, chocolade.
She talked about how the English came after and gave chocolate and lots of supplies and stayed over and helped around the farm. Tomatoes. Y'all, there's a ghost. You see the ghost? But it's only available seen on camera.
And while sleeping our hours?
Ah, die sliepen in de schoonkamer. Omdat,
Her eyes are following me.
Genoeg.
Oh, she's
Dat
gone.
was dus juist een plaats voor een bed te zetten, onder die trap in de kamer. Dat stond de school. En als jong met dat idee om aan de boven te matten liggen, hè.
They threw those tomatoes to the English. They liked that. They loved to eat them. And in return, they gave them chocolate.
Ze daarmee lachen, maar ze hadden geen tomaten zullen. En melk ook, en dat dronken ze ook heren, hè. Ah ja, vis van de koe.
I heard a door close. Envelope. Y'all, I swear I'm not tripping. I think the dolls' heads follow me.
En de Duitsers namen alles mee, hè.
Enjoy your
Heel
lurk.
weer.
Enjoy your dinner.
Bloemeke, die kwam bij ons ook werken. En die had het grootpiet mee naar Halle genomen. Hè? Maar de loper hadden we dan nog. Hè? En onze pap zei, wie ga jij met de loper de kant in van de Brukel? Want als ze hem zien, zijn we hem kwijt. Hè? En ik zeg, is dat nou niet straf? Dan heb ik dan een halve dag mee in de kant gestaan. Hè? Die heeft niet gebogeerd, hè? Echt weer dat die verstopt werd. Maar de Piet is slim zo, hè? Zeg. En toen is een paars afgekomen en een zeepie kwam en de putsen zijn er weg.
So B was talking about how like when the Germans came. Oh, we have no battery power. When the Germans came, she took their best horse, and she was hiding with the horse so that the horse wouldn't be taken away. I'm right. Dolls' heads do follow. I'm sure of it. There's the envelope.
En de paddy, hè, dan kwamen er Engelse vliegers, hè, met honderden, hè. En de paddy zei, oh, mijn broeder. Had twee broers die piloot waren.
He had two brothers who were
En één
pilots,
zuster
and one
was
of his
gestorven
sisters had
onder
died.
de oorlog in Engeland, hè. Dat had hem tuin weggekregen.
Hospital splatter has 484 horse. Picture of 9 years from. Oh. The ghosty is gone.
En hier was de gevel doorschoten. En dat was mijn chefje gekomen. Die stond te lichten. Die had altijd stekjes in zijn zak en deed hij zo. Dat stekje licht, hè. En dat kregen ze in de gaten. En ze schoten erop, joh.
V1LK. Milk. Milk. That looks like milk, like a butchered. Is this the milk?
Maar dan kan straks melk zeggen, hè? Dat is ook nog straf. En we willen gaan melk drinken, hè? En die Duitsers, die schoten. Ze schoten door de deur, door de kastrol en zo door de kas. En melk al lag over de tafel.
Let's see. Whiskey.
Toen hebben het Engelsen bij ons nog gezeten, hè? En s'avonds, hè, hadden ze betons whisky. En er was zo'n officier ook bij. En Paddy en Joseph, ja, we kennen er Cyril, die van naam. En die, ook maar drinken, hè. Maar die weer zat. En na, de shock, chefke, onze paps, zo zat ze weer. En ik vlieg erheen en ik zeg jij nou zot om doen of wat is dat? Ik zeg, nou zitten wel hier met niks als zat te vinden. Ik zeg, wat kan hier gebeuren?
What? No!
The bee was talking about how, like, the English soldiers and her father all got drunk, and she was like, what's gonna happen to us if you're all drunk?
That's my grandfather in his flat cap. What is going on here?
Maar die officier moest die andere kamer hebben, voor hem, hè. Maar voordat hij boven ging, deed zijn revolver af en likte hem op en liet zien dat hij gelaagd was. Aan ons, hè. Maar alleen maar zo bij hem, op de grond, voor de kast, ik weet nog hoe. En onze Simme zag dat liggen, hè. En die daden met de voet, die revolver onder de kast. Dan kwam je zo zat als een zwijn beneden, zo'n revolver, een miste die. En onze Simme wees. pakt er de revolver, hè. En dan gaat terug boven. Dan is er een revolver. En als een vrouw, hè. Ja, ik verreed hem als een vrouw. Die gaat zien, hè. En ik zie nog stil, ik heb nog zo gezien, blijf door een weg. Die
No!
officier schaart de cel vast en dan zette die revolver op als een bast, joh. En wel riep de venster boven, de officier wil schieten. Paddy. Schiet je grootvader niet dood. En direct vlogen die binnen, joh. En die vlogen naar boven en die scharen hem vast, hè. En we zeggen, ja, onze vrouw kan niks te mij zeggen. Zo bleek als een lijk. Die was in shock. Zeg, die is echt aan de dood ontsnapt. En altijd kwamen die neffen als het die kolonieën. En dan zongen die ontweervaren tegen Engeland. Dat ken ik nog goed zo. En toen is dat het vechten gaan beginnen, hè.
Run where?
Zeg, ze wil niet wel ondertussen daar. Dan weet je niet dat je dat doet, hè.
Ah!
Dat mag je beseffen.
What do you mean, game over? That was very sudden!
Zeg, ze wil niet wel ondertussen daar.
How? Which way am I supposed to go? Okay, shift is run.
Zeg, ze wil niet wel ondertussen daar. Dan weet je niet dat je dat doet, hè. Je doet dat, maar je beseft het niet. Want je zit al uren in zo'n schieten. Als je wilt, en wel eens een rap, hè, want het eerste Duitse, hè, misschien maar gewoon rap in de pierenstal liggen op die matrassen. Want dan, hè, want ze zullen al in de kotters gezeten hebben, hè. Daar vlogen ze direct in, hè. En wel in de pierenstal in, hè, die matrassen. Wel in de pierenstal in, hè, die matrassen. Onder de matrassen. Nou beginnen ze gewoon te schieten, hè, jong. Van haar met die tanzen. En dan gingen die kogels, hè. Die gingen kogels. Dat heel groter was van de kogels. En dan lopen we wat onder. En toen hebben we gezegd, wij lezen een zak van berouw, waarna moeten we sterven. En dan hebben ze ons schuur in brand geschoten. Chef heeft dat gezien. Recht naar de vorst van de schuren. En daar zat graan in. Oh, met mijn nooit willen uitgaan. Natuurlijk, die branden gelijk de kettingen branden die op. Hè. alles dat er is toen. Er zat nog een verken in met klein verken, zo. Al de machinerij, de dasmul, alles opgebrand. Die smerige klootzak en alles verknopen.
From where?
Ja, met me mee.
Follow the ghost.
Ik was maar 29 jaar als ze stierf. En verlaten zei altijd tegen mij, de dokter. Als Bert dat gekregen heeft van de schrik. En die schakels en weet die kleine mannen dan ook. Oh, Bertha. Het is veilig.
As I left the farmhouse, I try to make sense of it all. Were the events that happened to me that night real, or just some bad dream? Honestly, I don't think it really matters. What matters is that we will never forget. All these stories took place such a long time ago, and they've become easy to forget, as if nothing ever happened. The real Brukel farmhouse? Well, it has long been renovated. A new coat of paint covers up everything and makes it hard to imagine for people like me. You see, my generation never knew any real terror. We never went long without food, water, without air. We never saw our loved ones taken away, uncertain if we would ever see them again. We never saw people slaughtering each other in our backyards for the benefit of warmongering politicians. But I do know people who have. My grandmother and pretty much everyone she knew when she was just a teenage girl. She never really had any say in how her life would unfold, and each of the stories in this game really happened to her. Her childhood home is forever tainted, and no amount of pain can change that.
Ik kom uit heel mijn beste meneer, kijk mij zo niet aan. Ik kom uit het schoonste Kempische dorp, onthoud dat voortaan. Bij ons zijn de mensen manhaftig en gelijk je rijk ons ontmoet. Ik kom uit heel meneer en daar is het goed. Waarom die glimlach om je mond, waarom zo glimmen? Lach je met mij misschien omdat wij de
That does it for our first game.
zonder te blozen ga ik mijn weg en moet mij handhaven.
Loving Memories, SWAT the Shooter, 1954 to 2018. Thanks for playing. You have uncovered 62% of the memories.
Het nooit, een heel leven draagt het mee. Dat wel een meegemaakt hebben.
I missed quite a bit on that first playthrough. That means if you all ever want to play, not everything has been spoiled. So let's jump over to chat real quick. Yeah, I only got about 3 out of 12 achievements that are possible for this game too. And this is how I typically do my first playthroughs. First playthroughs for me are always just about experiencing the game, and if I miss an achievement, I miss an achievement. I can always go back and play again to get the other achievements. Oh, I didn't realize I could have tried to eat the chocolate. Well, I'll have to replay it at some point, maybe in my own time. But it gives you guys an idea of what the game is about, what's it like. And we're gonna switch gears now to A Bird's Story. All right, we're changing gears. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. Ah, come back. I can't see. Okay. There is... I'm probably... Hold on. I'm gonna do this as a window. Ah! Darn this Freebird Games. Okay, we might need to play something else because I cannot get the game to cooperate with me because it's basically it's like whiting out my right hand monitor every time I open the game application. So that's not good, and it means that I can't like see what I'm doing. Candy, welcome in. Thanks for collecting your daily blanket. Is there another way? Properties. I'm gonna try one other thing with it though. Aw, thank you, Candy. Okay, yeah, I don't think this one is not being very stream friendly, so unfortunately, it looks like we won't be able to play Bird's story on. Looks like we won't be able to play a Bird's story today. Hmm. I only have a little bit over an hour before I have to get off because I'm gonna go over to my parents' house and watch a movie with my dad tonight. So thinking about I don't know what else to do. None of my other games are that short. Maybe today's just a very, very short stream day. With just Brukel playthrough. Um because I don't really have enough time to do a second playthrough of Brukel. Um I don't have quite enough time to do that. And yeah, unfortunately it seems my original plan has fallen through, so not so much a double feature, which I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Um all right. I'm just yeah, I think we're just gonna end the day. I don't think we have very many people hanging out here today. So I think I might just end stream. Sorry that today was so short. I intended this to be a double feature, but the second game doesn't want to work for my stream. Um, it's not letting me like do both, unfortunately. So yeah, my next stream is planned for tomorrow. We're gonna be doing Ultimate Decades Challenge. Yeah. Sorry, I don't really have much else to say. I got really thrown off by my plans falling apart there. Um, but I mean, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever your time zone is, friends. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend if I don't see you. I've got 2 more streams currently planned over the weekend. Tomorrow's Ultimate Decades, and then Sunday, our monthly King of the Castle game, which is a community game with Twitch integration, if you would like to hang out for that. And, yeah. So, I guess that's it from me and Leo. Leo's having a lovely nap there. So, I guess this is a goodbye for now, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.